Hello everybody, this is JMO right here, and I'm going to teach you guys how to tank next in super duper welfare gear. First and foremost, you got to get that, your log boost right there. Um, that'll give you a little extra HP, so you don't die, all that crazy stuff. Um, so basically, I'm using the most welfare gear I can possibly imagine, like minus sea singers, because I didn't want to buy like Gano or something. And Gano is about as low welfare as you want to go. But I do have Gano boots and gloves and stuff. If you can afford Sea Singers, you can probably get the set for a little under 10 mil, so you'll be fine there. Wand of Treachery, 50k. The only reason I have the max cape is just because I wanted the max guild teleport. Sign of Life. This Dragon Rider amulet can be subbed for like a glory or something. Doesn't really matter. I'm actually using a Terror Bird for the purpose of this guide. And so we're just going to take some more Rocktails out here. I filled my Terror Bird entirely with Rocktails. And yeah, I will not be using overloads for this kill or adrenalines. So essentially this setup requires 85 defense, 70 magic, or whatever it takes to use vulnerability. Okay, yeah, 70 magic, and 52 summoning. And of course, next requirements, but yeah. If you're watching this video, you should already have some sort of idea of how next works, so I don't have to explain getting here and all that stuff, because no one is going to figure out how to tank on their first trip, because that's how people die. Alright, so here's what we're looking at right now. Got the chaotic crossbow for the switch. And we shall begin. First thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you have insight on, because you will be inciting the next. Oh, and I just want to point out my sexy mole shield. But that's beside the point. So, gonna drink the prayer renewal, put on my prayers, and what you're gonna do, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna tag next. I like to tag with a bleed, and walk next out this way. So then you can just use abilities, and what I like to do is I like to go and use my what's it called, my vulnerability as soon as possible, just to speed up the general kill. Again, assuming you already know the gist of nexing, you should know that you need to do your anticipates and all that stuff, and blah blah blah. You guys know this. So, shadow phase again, you're just dodging the shadows. I was going to try to sneak a res, but that didn't work. So here's what we're looking at here is you're going to be praying range. Oh, it's praying against me. See, this is what this is for right here. This is what our crossbow switch is for right there. So what you want to do, or at least try to do when you res, is you want to take down your prayer, because taking down your prayer will cause next to hit you for more damage, aka more healing. So that's super duper good. Basically, if you were to get better at this and you wanted to learn to DPS tank, then this part would be about the same as DPSing. So the biggest part, in my personal opinion, of... Oh, I almost got nailed by that shadow. But you want to debuff blood right here. So, here's blood. Switch to mage. Then you want to evoke her if she turns around. Get your resin. Then you just want to sit here and you want to DPS. Evoke her when she sacrifices. Hopefully your DPS will be better than mine. No offense to my homie. So yeah, get your Vulcan right there. They're doing absolutely fantastic. Looks like might actually have to eat here. Unfortunately, this is a very slow kill. Again, just in case you get in the habit of voking right there. And then Voke when she sacrifices again. Blood phase is just fairly simple. It's almost the same thing over and over again. You just sit there and Voke and blah blah blah. They are currently wondering why it's taking so many siphons. It's because I'm not DPS tanking, that's why. But yeah, so you'll probably make it to blood without any issues whatsoever. And, you know, that's all well and good. But where most people encounter their issues are ice phase. So, here's how you do ice. She will contain, you must run around El Cornero. Wow, okay. What you do is you anticipate, and you want to barricade right there. And you can continue to build adrenaline while inside the barricade. So yeah, just keep building adrenaline as much as possible. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to surge away from next, just to give yourself a little more time. And she will just she will chill next. Where are you going? Always make sure to keep her on you. So anticipate and be ready for the prison. And next ability you're going to want to use is Immortality. So yeah, and your first hit, the first hit of Zero's phase, I like to res. Unfortunately, did not quite get that res. But a good substitute would be using that ability. Just continue building adrenaline. Debilitate soul splits. Your people should know kind of just the general ways of the next, you know. Your debilitate in there didn't stick, but oh well. It's really not that big of a deal. This is a good time to use your regenerate ability. And again, you just sit here and keep DPSing. Watch your prayer, blah blah blah. Just keep going with your reses. What I always like to do is after I get a res, I like to use reflect, because that makes me happy, because I get the HP and then yeah, I get it back. If needed, eat. That was an absolutely terrible res. We'll just continue DPSing here, like pros. Keep in mind you can also use your defensive ultimates like Immortality, stuff like that, you know. Ooh, that was a good heal. So what you can do is you just sit here, continue DPSing. This should do it. I'll use my beautiful little threshold just for the heck of it. Give me HP, dang it. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's essentially how you do it. And so, yeah, I did not use overloads. Let's see. Yeah, so I didn't use overloads. Used a few brews. I used quite a bit of food, but I'm used to soul splitting a lot, so you could always improve on this. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Uh, Feel free to pop into my clan chat, Resolute5, and ask me for any questions. If you're curious about anything or if I left anything out. Thank you for watching, guys.